Instead of using many appliances over the years, just use one to consume less and save more. Miele products are designed to last for 20 years. That's quality ahead of its time. Miele, immer besser.
Hi, I'm Cici of Atelier tao+c. It's my honor to present our project, and thank you for selecting us. The project is a JOLOR store. It's a retail, it's a furniture store that we have. The site is in an old mineral factory in Shanghai, and then it was like 40 years ago's building, and then it was a brick structure and with a roof chest, a pitch roof, and then we can tell from this photo that it's originally single floor built warehouse in this factory, and we will see that there's only the roof truss and there's a small dormer window on top of the roof. That was original, but the inside of the factory already being a bit nude, and then the window is small, so the inside was very dark. And as a furniture store, we have to put quite a lot of furniture inside it, and also we have to satisfy the require from the client that it has to also be a gallery and exhibition event space as well. So we decide in this single rectangular space that we decide to put two very long wall alongside the length of the space, and then it divides the space into 3 layers in 1:2:1 scale. Then it formed a central exhibition hall in the depth of 7 meters, and then we have 2 side aisle in the dimension about 3 meters. Then it can adapting different size of furniture settings. So, and also we locate the storage meeting room and the office toilet at the side, this side aisle, and then so this wall can add layers of, and the structure was also hide in the wall. And then this wall was around 25 meters long, and then we put a mezzanine floor in between these 2 walls, and then have some floor cantilevering out to the side aisle and form as an indoor canopy terrace inside. And then we have 2 sets of staircase, one in straight and one in spiral, to lead people to the mezzanine floor, and then they can run across with a root of fruit and then go out and go down, and then the routing is very fluid. And also we carve out some circle and semicircle shape in the wall and the floor, and then the inside and the outside, the upstairs and the downstairs can have a lot of connection. So it's the mezzanine floor that we the shape of this layout. It's the process when we're doing the construction, though. It's originally open space, and then we inserted the steel beams and the structure inside, and carving out a lot of circle shape, and then pave the floor. all the wall and the floor was lined up with black terrazzo. It's a terrazzo that we customized during past a lot of experimentation. You can see that there's a colorful stone inside the black stone, black terrazzo. So that's the finish of this ground floor. When we come into the main hall, that we can see through the to the roof by the carving out of on the floor, and we can see that the circle on the wall that it create a lot of layers and the side connection. And this is the meeting room that is covered in the glass. And there is a lot of views that you can see through, and saw a lot of setting of furniture that merge together. And this is the meeting room with the shape of the spiral staircase. The staircase also made in black terrazzo. There's a different view from when you're looking from the side aisle and the entrance. If we go up to the staircase, then we arrive at the mezzanine floor, and we will see that there's a black shape of a triangular shape of volume on the roof and holding by the two walls. And we come closer, we'll see that it's the dormer window. If we remember the dormer window, it's very narrow, and when the sunlight just go in, it will be very little. And then we put this volume inside here in red and carving out the inside, and then the light will hit on the inclined plane of this inside of the volume and reflecting into the mezzanine floor. So the device become a sunlight amplified device, so that the light will be hitting on here and illuminate the furnitures below. So it become the central feature of this second floor. In the furniture inside here will be the main furniture setting for these floors. And then we can see that there are lots of handrail in the shape of circle and the semicircle. So the second floor is still an open space, but by this carving out, it become a lot of settings that it can naturally put on different corner. And there are a lot of shape of details that made of terrazzo that we have carving out on the wall as a display for accessories, the handrail, the shape of handrail, and also the air conditioning was hidden between these handrail. And the staircase and the lighting of the handrail and the entrance. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shishi. Is it your name? I hope I've got something like the right name. Very lovely. Thank you. Yale, would you kick off this time?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Shishi, for the clear description of what you add to the old building. You were talking a lot about how you try hard to bring the light in to the different floors, if by adding devices or cutting, certain forms. Could you tell us something, or just about the choice of the black terrazzo? What was the incentive to choose the black terrazzo as a domineering material?
Yeah, sure. I think because why we choose terrazzo, it's because of because it's a dark space already. So, and it's an industrial site former industrial site. So we wanted to choose terrazzo, black terrazzo to, it's a mineral, because it's a mineral factory. So we want to choose the terrazzo, black terrazzo to record the memory of the mineral thing. And also we tried a lot to use the different color of white, green, and pink stone inside to make the surface more with more detail. And also this, because it's dark, so we want to use this black background, and then we emphasize that the lightings also it can make the furniture emphasize the furniture, because we have so much lightings that focus on some spot. Then the furniture will be shining at the black background.
Yes,
as the photo
thank you.
will tell you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. It's clear.
Johnny.
Thank you, CC. I think it's beautiful. It's almost like a museum to make every furniture pop like an art piece. The black terrazzo, love it. I think only in China allows you to do such a huge space with the labor of workforce you have.
It's very difficult.
And probably expensive. Two quick questions. How have you dealt with the sustainability issue? Because it's a huge warehouse, so aircon and heating will probably come and play with a lot of difficulty. First question. The second question is, what is the JOLOR furniture brand, and how have you worked with their brand concept insight into this historical warehouse space? Thank you.
Okay, I think I'll pick up the second question first. JOLOR is actually an emergent furniture brand. It's pretty new, and then it like a lot of new brand in China now, they started with their online business first. So they sell on Taobao, and then they start to gathering a lot of clients. So that this is their first physical store actually. So we wanted to make the character very strong, that as their first store. And also they wanted, because it's their first store, so because their business is almost online, so this store is not for selling. It's more or less like when people see their furniture online and they come here to experience how the real touches, the materials. So that's why we make it more or less like not like a store, like a gallery and a museum. That's the why we design like that. And this warehouse is about 400 square meter, and we divide into 2 floors, so it almost like 700 meters. And we actually, because it's the roof is fragile, and we cannot hang air conditioning on top of the roof. So we actually make this wall. So the 2 new wall was very thick. So that's why we make it intentionally very thick, and then we can hide all the air conditioning in between this wall. So in all the photo, you didn't see any air conditioning hanging on the roof or on the ceiling. I will try to find some furniture if we can see the air conditions. It's one here. This was the only ceiling one, and then the other are like hidden. Like here, we can. It's extremely thick. There's air conditioning inside, and the outlet is on top of here, and also.
Oh, it's okay. We can't
Also
see the screens.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oliver.
Hi there, thanks. Sorry,
Well,
very beautiful project. I've seen quite a few Chinese projects recently which seem quite dark, quite somber. And I was just wondering in this instance, how much that is a reflection of the JOLOR brand, or how much it is a reflection of a bigger cultural trend in Chinese design at the moment, and what might be the reason for that?
Yeah, and this project was done 2 years ago, and I didn't see that trend at that time, but I realized in recently there's a trend of like dark and somber space. And for this one, we do we do discuss with the client, and it's not because of only the brand, it's also because of the site. It's an abandoned warehouse that before, when we come into the site, there's a lot of like huge mechanical thing at the factory. So that's the idea, that we come together that to build a space that very sculptural and like the dark side. It's not only related to the brand, it's also related to the site.
Okay, a reserved answer, Oliver.
Yes, no, that's good for me.
Manuel?
Yes, I must say that I wanted also to question you, to ask a question regarding the black. So everybody spoke about that, but we are deeply impressed by this homogeneity of black colors and black terrazzo. And now I will more focus to change the topic of the question about the curves. Is there also a link between the circular curves that you have integrated into the project with something that happens in the existing building? I mean, the curves are also linked with a sort of memory in the existing building.
Okay, you mean this circular shape?
Yes, all the voids that you have made with circular curves, circular shapes.
Yeah, we make this circular is only it's because we wanted that the make connection between the ground floor and the mezzanine floor, because the client require a lot of space, so that's why we needed to make a quite huge mezzanine floors, but then it will be totally block these two floors, and then we intentionally to make these curves to very sculptural, so people can really notice that it's the void is actually not big. So if it's in a square shape, why people may not notice it. So that's why we make this circular shape, that people will really notice it, and also it's connected on the wall, so that the space can be more continuous.
I think it's a beautiful answer to the folded roofs, because it is creating a sort of beautiful contrast. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Well, I was very impressed by the techniques of cross views and a sense that is often brought to retail. You know, we were taught that, or it was much the discussion that a department store needed an atrium in the middle to work properly for customers to be able to see to upper floors. But you've done something much more complex and unexpected. And I think this has a sort of genuine invention as an interior, because you're constrained by the shell, which was a given, and worked inside it to create how I'm interpreting the black, excuse me, everybody who's mentioned the black.
Yeah.
I think it's a fashion. Let's use that terrible word. It's a fashion in China to use black. I've seen many black interiors, including one that won inside Interior of the Year with a fashion shop, which was completely black. But
Also in Europe.
you've used it to create a sort of theatricality. And, you know, the stage is required to be black, is it not, in a theatre? You can't have a white stage because you can't control the settings of the pieces. Anyway, it's more of a comment than anything. Congratulations. It's a lovely project. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.